everyone, I'm Lubomira and thank you for joining me. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, it's great to have you back. Here on this channel, I show you how I combine various card making techniques with elements made with the Cricut. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, that's okay. There are many ways of substituting the things I make with other products you may have in your stash. If you're interested in the Cricut tutorial to how I made this particular element, you can find a link to that video in the description below. In today's video, I'll be making a shaker card with a colorful window panel and a stamp from Tailored Expression. Let's jump right into the video. To create the window panel, I'm using my favorite technique because it adds a lot of interest. First, I take a laminated pouch and I open it. These pouches are rather large and you can use them as a whole or cut them for individual projects. I cut mine down to half, which will still give me more than enough for one card. I'll save the rest for another. I also make sure to place something under my pouch to protect my work surface. This method can be a little messy, but it's so much fun and completely worth it. After my pouch is in place, I begin to drop my alcohol inks onto the plastic. For this project, I'm trying to create clouds, so I'm looking to form billowing shapes rather than splatter. I use my ink blower and alcohol blending solution to move the inks. When I get harsh splatter lines, I soften them with more solution or ink. I am also trying to keep my design in the middle. That way my completed panel will have a partial color part and a partial clear one. I have to set my panel aside to dry, and while it does that, I can start to create my image for this card. I'm using the Rainboot Bouquet stamp set from Tailored Expressions. This company has several really cute boot-themed stamp sets, perfect for some spring-themed cards, but this one's my favorite. I first stamp my image using the Misti with black intense ink, and then I color with Copics. For the exact colors I use, please see my description below. I'm making these boots purple with teal trim and polka dots. For the polka dots, I use a white gel pen. I also use a gel pen to clean up my coloring or any bleeding outside the lines. When I'm done coloring, I can bring back my alcohol ink panel since it should be dry by now. I'm going to add some shimmer to the panel. The goal is to make it look like rain by sprinkling silver fine and chunky glitter onto the panel. After my glitter is in place, I close the panel and laminate it off camera. I also die cut my boot and a white background using a stitch border die at this time. Now that I have my panel, I can cut it down to size. Using a trimmer, I cut the excess, and I can save that for another card. Next, I work on the frame I created with the Cricut. Rather than use foam to build up the well of the shaker, I stack 4 layers of white frames and attach them using liquid glue. It's a good idea to place them under something heavy for a nice strong bond. While they dry, I attach my window panel to the back of my outer frame. I prefer using strong double tape for this step, rather than liquid glue. Now I can work on my sentiment, which will be embossed on the inside of the shaker window. To determine where to place it, I align my window panel and my background. I use some washi tape to keep them in place and put them in my misti. Then I position my boot and then the sentiment. When I like what I see, I close the misti to pick up my stamp and remove the windows and boots. I make sure that my white panel stays in place and hasn't shifted. I pre-treat my paper with anti-static pouch and then stamp it with Versamark ink. Once I have a clean image, I sprinkle it with silver embossing powder. And heat set it with my heat gun. I assemble the remainder of the card by attaching the window panel to the inner frame. I use both double-sided tape and liquid glue. Before closing the card, I fill it with sequins, trying not to overfill it. All that's left to do is place the boots and mount the shaker card to the card base. And we're done. I had so much fun making this card, and I absolutely love the end result. It's just magical. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy yourself, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye! This video shows how I incorporate what I make with the Cricut in a card.